The Nordstrom anniversary sale is good for about 3 things. Find particular items that you want that are on sale, find basics that are high quality and getting them at discounted prices, and taking all my money. It feels like every time I start looking at the preview, I'm kind of like, these things are okay. But then by the time I hit the coat section, all hell is breaking loose. And so while I'm heavily talking myself out of a lot of these purchases, these are my top picks from the Nordstrom anniversary sale. Luckily, I do think this is the shortest list I've shared for the anniversary sale. We are going to start off with the trench coats. I don't think I'm in the market for a trench coat, but I do notice that I said I think. But if I were in the market for a trench coat, these are the ones that stood out to me. 1, they are from good, reputable brands. I am not just going to the cheapest one. I want to feel like I'm getting really good savings while also investing in quality. If I'm going back and buying it every year, then I'm really relying on the sale to fill in the gaps of my wardrobe every year. So there's a lot of stuff that I just bypass for the sale because they're just a little bit too either trendy or they just wear out too easily, unless it's something that I definitely use all the time, like in maybe the beauty section. What I like about these ones is most of them are water repellent, and there's even a modern option as well if you want to get a little bit different from the classic trench. And I guess just like that, we're going to start off with coats. I think I did pretty well this year by only choosing 3 blazers when I love coats, jackets, and all outerwear. I feel like the anniversary sale is where you invest in those pieces that I'm always saying we need to invest in. Outerwear, shoes, maybe a little bit of jeans, some real solid pieces that get a lot of wear, but also are really important to completing an outfit. So we not only have this faux leather blazer, which I feel like is good. It's not great, but I think it's a good option if you want to participate in the trend this time around, or you can wait 20 years for it to come back. I fell in love with the color of this blazer. I think it's beautiful. I think it does really nicely in summer as well as transitioning into fall, and it'll do nicely in the spring too. We love a most year-round blazer. And then I had to put this one in because holy, I'm a little concerned the matching pants to this blazer are super high rise, but this blazer is just beautiful. It is more expensive, and it helps to have a nice big sale to make it a little bit more digestible, but it is definitely still an investment, but it is beautiful and it is still a great basic. Okay, so my organization was off, and apparently I have 4 blazers because this one, I am a sucker for an asymmetrical, just little hint of trendy whimsy. I don't know. I don't even think whimsy is the right word, but just unexpected. I really like that, especially in a blazer. It makes it look a little bit deconstructed. And as someone who really appreciates fashion, I just enjoy a moment of deconstruction. Okay, let's move on to some leather and faux leather that aren't blazers. We have this faux leather puffer. We see this a lot with Abercrombie. A lot of influencers wear puffers like this. This one is on sale, which we love a nice sale, but also Abercrombie puts theirs on sale too. They just sell out more quickly. The other jacket is actually a real leather jacket, and that's something I've personally really wanted to invest in. And this one seems like a nice mini investment, not a full investment, but a nice mini investment because this is the type of jacket I wear a lot and I just wear them out. Moving on to the wool section, this is one coat I am very excited to try. It is also one of those that could work or could very much not work on me. It's just a coat with a stand collar, and I don't know, I saw on the associate wearing it in the video and I thought, I can see myself in that. I really like that look, and I love the buttons and the contrast, and it is actually a color I don't have, but it's also a cut I currently don't have. So this feels like a really natural experiment into a new type of coat for me. Sometimes we win, sometimes we lose, and I will let you know. This coat was in the anniversary sale last year, and I kind of wish I'd bought it last year, and I'm so excited to see it back. I just love the little pop of black leather at the neck. And the sale on this, I believe it's 50% off, is fantastic. Out of all of the coats I'm showing you, I think this one is the most classic and that anyone would get the most use out of, other than those trenches that I mentioned earlier. I also really liked this coat. I'm torn. I need to think about it. Do I need more long line wool coats? No. But everyone has a weakness, and there's a lot of worse weaknesses out there that I could have. I like this one because, again, we are getting kind of a grayish look, but it is actually black and white. So it could be paired with black, it could be paired with white, paired with gray, it could be paired with anything. And it has that really nice, long, classic look, very similar to the black one that I think is just really timeless. Quickly rounding out the coat section, because I can't have a coat section without a rain section, because I live a place where it rains all the time. These 3 options are ones that I would be considering if I were in the market for a rain coat. The puffer though, that is because I am replacing an actual lightweight puffer that I wanted to replace last year. So this is a very practical exercise for me. It is not just shopping for things that I don't feel like I need. It's just replacing things that are worn out. They just don't feel worn out because it's currently 95 degrees outside. Okay, so very much like a trench coat, black shoes are also an area for me that I've neglected the past few years. So I've been looking at the anniversary sale to see what kind of black heels and possibly boots are tickling my fancy. When it comes to black heels, there were a couple that stood out, but probably the one that stood out the most were the ones that were actually not on anniversary sale and were on just normal sale. But I am always a sucker for some Sam Edelman shoes, and so those ones are also on my list. They also come in a lot of colors, which I appreciate for those who are not so restricted by neutral colors like I am, although I know mine is self-inflicted and extremely intentional. Now, the anniversary sale also has a lot of black boots, and I know they'll add more pieces between now and when the sale goes live, so I'll keep checking in to see if there's any other options. But to be quite honest, the ones I liked the best were the ones that were a little bit more than I would like to spend, but I know it would be worth it in the end, these Stuart Weitzman ones. But hey, who doesn't love $200 in savings? And this is why I'm in the market for black shoes, is because I am constantly attracted to white shoes. It is summer. White shoes with any outfit just looks extremely summery, whether you're wearing a skirt or jeans or shorts. It always looks good. And so I wasn't even in the market for this, and I was intentionally scrolling past all the white shoes until these Converse caught my eye. And I really didn't know I wanted them until I saw them. But the greatest thing about the anniversary sale is that you can't impulse buy. It's a week before the sale goes live, so I'm just gonna have to sit and think about it, and I appreciate that. Thank you, Nordstrom. Moving on to handbags, the last few years I haven't been all that impressed with the handbag selection. Like, it's cute, it's fine. Nothing that grabbed my heart except this bag, which comes in black and tan, because I happen to have it in white. So I'm not buying it, but I'm giving it a very glowing recommendation because I love this bag. It is fantastic, it is adjustable. As you can see, the white gets a little bit dirty, and that's okay. And you know, the top part doesn't stay super flat like I wish it did, but at the end of the day, it's a great bag and I love it. And even though I did not pay anniversary sale price for it, I'm glad I had it this last year or two. I don't remember how long I've had this bag. I think it's been 2 years. There were a couple dresses that stood out to me. I tried to pick ones that I would personally wear, and with my body type, there's just some dresses that I just don't feel as comfortable in, or I know they're gonna take a lot of tailoring, and I just don't want that. So the first one is this beautiful green dress that also comes in a maroon. The anniversary sale catalog talked a lot about maroon, and so it sort of depends on when you think you'll be wearing this dress, if it's gonna be more of a fall dress for you, even though green could work in the fall. I really like that it has a high neck, a little bit of draping, but it's a really simple look that I think will be great for layering and also great for not layering. And then I also really like this dress from Paige. I think, again, it's a very simple but still really modern look. It is a sweater dress, so again, we can go into the fall with it, or we can stay in the summer with it. I like this one because it has a slit and it does have a tie belt in the same color as the dress. So all those things work really well with my short torso body. Were dresses on the top of my list for this sale? No, so we will be moving on. What was on top of my list for the sale is a couple of basics that are really niche, so we will talk about them quickly. First being a bathrobe. I've been on the hunt for a bathrobe for a while. The Barefoot Dreams one is on sale. That is one I'm very excited to buy. My favorite thing about this bathrobe is it does not have a collar. I don't know what it is about bathrobe collars, but they just get so fluffy and they just, I don't know. I get makeup all over them, to be honest. I'd also really like to invest in some gold hoops. These ones are 14 karat gold. I think they're beautiful. Again, it's just gonna come down to budget, whether or not they actually make it into my shopping cart, but this is a good opportunity to try. Now, tops isn't something I usually buy with the anniversary sale. I just think they're really trendy. I don't think the savings are great, and a lot of the times I don't think the quality is that great either. Usually, based off past experience, it's usually the things I return. But I did really like this sweater because this one looks really high quality. It doesn't have any acrylic in it, so I think it is much less likely to pill. And I just really like the ribbing, and I really like the collar detail, and that you can button it higher or you can leave it a little bit more open and have some really large lapels. All right, my short torso friends, if you are a short torso friend, you'll love these. If you don't know you're a short torso friend, welcome to my channel. We can talk about that later. But here are some jeans that I found that I think would work my body, and therefore I think might work on yours too. I really liked these. I think they're flare. No, they're boot cut. These boot cut jeans, mostly because they are not high-waisted. I've been seeing a lot of flare and boot cut go really high rise to get a really exaggerated flare look happening, which is really hard on our bodies to make up the proportion difference on top of that. So these ones are mid-rise, and they're a nice dark color, not a lot of distressing, which I love. I also really like cigarette jeans. They're not skinny jeans. They're not quite straight leg jeans. They're kind of in the middle, and I really like that personally as just a personal style. These are both mid-rise options. We have kind of a darker option, and then we also have a bit of a medium wash option as well. These are also cigarette pants, and I will tell you why. We're gonna talk about pants here in a second, but these ones are technically high rise at 10.5 inches, which is a bit higher than I would prefer to go, but I'm gonna try them because they're a bit cropped, so I might be able to pull them down. And I really like the color, and this has been something I've been in the market for a while because I got a new job. So if any of you have been wondering where I've been the last month, swimming in the amount of stuff that needs to be done professionally, because this is not my full-time job. So something that's getting me extra excited for this new job is the opportunity to invest in some new clothes. So let's talk about some work trousers for a second. These ones are a bit high rise. These ones are more mid-rise. I'm really intrigued to try this brand for this pants and the ones after it because they're supposed to be stretched, they're supposed to be more mid-rise, they're supposed to be incredibly flattering and comfortable, and who doesn't want that? These ones are ponte knit and have a bit of a herringbone look to them, which sometimes I love in pants and sometimes I don't, so we will see. These pants were another option. I don't know very much about this brand, but again, we have mid-rise, and they seem to be comfortable and a really nice flattering fit. So I will report back depending on which ones I buy. I don't think I'm gonna buy all of them. I probably should. At least there's free returns. And because I always like to keep you guessing, including myself, I included one skirt. This one, an incredibly trendy, not work-related skirt that I think is really cute and really fashionable. But do I think I would actually wear it? I don't know. But I think you should try if you think you will wear it. It's from a good brand, so I feel like the faux leather look is going to look really soft, really flattering, and it's not going to be too stiff or plasticky feeling. Like I mentioned, everything is linked down below. The proceeds from all of this is going to help me hire a video editor because I love what I do on this channel and I want to be able to do it more. So thank you so much in advance for your support. Now, if you heard me mention my short torso body and you don't know how to find out if you have one too, make sure to watch this video right here and I'll see you there.